What up, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Julio Greaser's playthrough of Pokemon Emerald version. In the last episode, which was the introductory episode, we got our starter Pokemon of the Mudkip. I think its name is Damp, as I recall. And we also learned how to battle, catch Pokemon, all the simple stuff. And yes, it was a long introductory one, but this game has a really long introduction, so let's go on to the route past this. Oh, who's this creepy dude?
Excuse me, let me guess, for the way you're dressed, are you a Pokemon trainer? Well, maybe not. Your clothes aren't all that dirty. You're either a rookie trainer or maybe you're just an ordinary kid. I'm roaming the land in search of talented trainers. I'm sorry to have taken your time.
Alright, creeper. So apparently you're not a good trainer unless you have really dirty clothes, so I'm gonna go roll around in the mud and I'll be back in like half an hour. I'm kidding. So here we go, enter Route 104. There's actually a few trainers over here. She's not a trainer. She says she's not a trainer, but if you challenge, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So this will be one of the few trainers that, oh, okay, come here. I like how you leave footprints in the sand. Okay, there we go.
Leaving footprints in the sand is so fun.
Yeah, it is. So, without further ado, let's do this. I've actually been really, like, I don't know, I wanted to continue playing, but then at the same time, I didn't want to, because, like, you know, like, this game takes a while, and, like, the grinding and stuff like this, but what I love about Emerald is that I can save, because I've played this game over so many times, and I've only used it, like, trade Pokemon to my newer versions, so, like, I just keep starting new games and deleting it, and I love how, like, see, I mean, I hate what they did, but I also love what they did, because, you can't start a new game without deleting your previously old data. Like, you have to forcibly do it yourself. But in this game, you could save over at any time, and it just says, warning, if you do this, it's permanent, you know? Like, I wish they still had that option, because, like, then you can be like, oh, yeah, but then I guess people would be upset over it, I don't know. The world doesn't know exactly what they want in life, I guess. So this Seeda's just using Harden. I'm just going to use Water Gun. I realize it's not very effective, but better than using Tackle, because it's a physical-based move. And yeah, so I grew to level 11, getting all this solo experience. We're actually planning on catching 2 of our new teammates for this playthrough in the coming up areas. I don't know why this insect guy's here, but if you battle this guy, he has, I think, a magic clip. I believe so. But, yeah, 2 new team members in this video. Hopefully, that'll be very good, because, I mean, our Mudkip's pretty overpowered. We'll probably make it to Rustboro City by the end of this, but we're probably just going to cover the Petalburg Forest, I think it's called. I'm not really, like I said, it's been a while since I played this game, too, so I can only remember so much. Like, I had to, like, look through the Pokedex and see what Pokemon I could catch and whatnot. There's a bunch of Pokemon I want to catch. I remember, like, 3 of them that I want to catch, and I gotta go look up the other 2 because I forgot already, but, you know, it's just, you know what happens when you're doing a playthrough, or maybe you don't. And I know most of you guys don't know that I do the playthroughs, and you probably are just like, oh, we don't want to see this. But, I mean, if you guys really enjoy, like, please leave a like, comment on it. Ooh, more berries. And if you guys don't like, yeah, I would like to hear your opinion on that too. Like, because I'm just making this for my enjoyment, but I'm also trying to, like, please you guys. I'm not just posting this to toot my own horn, but I want you guys to, you know, notice all the stuff that's going on with my channel and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, like, I feel like I'm not getting, like, the, what is it, the publicity, maybe, that I hope. I mean, Pokemon's popular, yeah, but these are older games, and I'm not a very well-known person, and since I'm only recording right in front of a camera, I think that also, like, lowers my audience as well, because everyone's just like, we don't want to watch you just sit in front of your DS with a camera, like, this is the shittiest quality ever, but I don't have all the, like, I don't know how to edit, and I suck at all this stuff. Hopefully, maybe one day I'll learn, maybe I won't, and, you know, you'll just get the shittiest quality videos of all time, but, I mean, I think you guys are here for more of the content, and, like, the visual, like, you know, whatever. And maybe one day I'll be visually accepting as well. Alright, so we're going to walk around in this grass to see if we can actually get our first team member on Route 104. And no, it's not a Marill. We already have a water type, but you can catch a Marill. Marill's a somewhat decent water type. It's more physical-based attack moves in its evolution. So it's really bad for this generation because all water type moves are special in this gen. But yeah, we're just gonna be running around here. I know, like, see, the searching part is always the bad part, And no, it's not a horn pull because you could have cut a horn pull way back when. I actually was thinking about using a horn pull because I wanted to, like, because people don't like Beautifly and Dustox and stuff like that. And because of that, like, you know, they don't get the praise. I mean, they're not that great, but I mean, they're still, like, useful. Like, people would catch the bug type, like Caterpie. But this is the Pokemon we were looking for, Tailo. Tailo is the bird Pokemon of this generation. It's actually one of my favorites of this generation as well. It's very physically strong. I love Swellow. I'm just sad that it only has 2 evolutions because, like, most other birds have, like, 3 evolutions, kind of like Hoot Hoot in that sense. So we're going to throw a Pokeball at it. Hopefully we can catch it the first try. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Tailo was caught. Yeah, so there's our first team member, Tailo. We needed the flying type, and it's really early on that you can get this Pokemon. Although it is small, it's very courageous to take on large Skarmory on an equal footing. However, it weakens if it becomes hungry. So Tailo is actually very, very, very courageous, very brave-hearted. So what should we call it? Tailo. It turned into a Swellow. You know what? I'm gonna go with Swallow the Swellow because, you know, it's based off the bird, the Swallow, right? And, you know, spitters are quitters. Actually, it's really inappropriate. I shouldn't say anything like that. But you guys know me. I don't really care what is said. So we have our first team member, Swelltail, and our next team can be in the Petalburg Woods. Let's go step across and let's see if this was it. No, we could also catch a Tailo in here. That would have been cool if we could have just went in here and got this, but no, this is not the Pokemon we're looking for. I mean, we already found it, but yeah, that's not the Pokemon we're looking for. If you actually go over here, you can get a potion, which you probably didn't know if you've never played this game. So, just still looking around. No, I'm not trying to catch a Poochyena. Poochyena, though, is actually one of my personal favorites as well for this game. It's just that, you know, like, it's Dark-type moves are all special base, and it's more of a physical attacker, which sucks, but I mean, you gotta wait till the next generation for it to do anything. No, I'm not trying to catch a Slack-off. I would love to have a Slacking, but the fact is, his ability of Slack-off is just really, really not, like, or is it Tron? Yeah, Tron, I think. Like, I'm not a big fan of, like, having to wait a turn. I used a Vigoroth before and just gave him an Everstone, so it could be just useful because it has Insomnia, so it can't be put to sleep. So it's actually a really good Pokemon. It's just, since it's not fully evolved, it gets lackluster stats. No, I'm not looking for you, Slack-off. If I find one more Slack-off, though, I will use the Slack-off. I will promise you guys that right here and then. And I found another Slack-off, so why not? I think the world's trying to tell me that I should catch a Slack-off. So I will catch the Slack-off just for the sake of catching a Slack-off, because I didn't know who I wanted on my team, because I already forgot. Like, I remember, like, but you know what? Why not? I can use him as a filler. Like, yeah, see, loafing around, that's the only sad part. But the thing is, in this game, if you use Hyper Beam, all normal type moves are physical based, and since he has a really great attack stat, and plus he has to loaf around next turn anyway, the recharge turn doesn't matter, and it's probably most likely a one-hit KO. So we just added this Slack-off. It sleeps virtually all day and night. This wasn't, so I think we're actually going to catch 3 team members this episode. So Slack-off's name will be Lazy, because he is the laziest piece of shit you will ever know. And leveling this guy up is going to be no picnic, but whatever. Now let's see if we can actually catch the Pokemon that we wanted. Ugh. No, I'm not trying to catch a Cascoon, because if I wanted to catch a Cascoon, I would have caught a Wurmple first. Actually, if you want a Dustox or a Beautifly, it'd be easier just to come in here and find a Cascoon/Silcoon, and then, you know, raise it depending on that, you know, because, like, it is harder to, like, choose the one you want, especially early on, because you don't have that much of an influence on the stats that it gets. I mean, like, you get the nature, but, like, the thing is, even if you get, like, a nature for whatever type, like, you can, like, later in the game, if you have, like, certain, like, drugs that you can give them, like, protein or Cargos or whatever the fucking defense drug is. No, see, this is the hard part about the playthrough, too, because since I don't edit it out, it's all, like, unedited stuff, and you guys will see me, like, the hassle of it is to catch a Pokemon. But once I catch this Pokemon, I think we should be set to take on the Petalburg Woods and head to Rustboro City and see Silcoons here, too. You know what? I'm probably just gonna kill it because I just get the experience, you know, like, since I'm just looking around. It's gonna use Harden, but then your special defense doesn't raise. Ha 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 ha. Like I said, this game is very, very slow at the beginning. Like, most Pokemon games are slow. Like, they don't throw you right into the action. But, like, the thing is, I didn't, like, think that I was going to be catching this many Pokemon this early on. But, like, my team is actually, like, already here. So, like, by the end of the game, like, I will switch people out if you guys recommend, like, me switching out Pokemon for whatever reason. But for if I can get my full team, like, really early on, that means I can just, you know, to take on the game relatively quickly, because I mean I know I have to like make them all like the same level, but if I know what's coming next, I can only like train certain Pokemon at a certain time, and that way they have that certain like influence over the other aspects of the game, I guess. One thing that people do frown upon in Let's Plays, playthroughs, walkthroughs of all Pokemon is using of legendary Pokemon. I will not be using legendary Pokemon. Maybe I'll catch them just to, you know, catch them. But I mean, I'm not planning on using him for the Elite Four. I usually do that in, like, when I usually play this game, because, like, you're probably level 40 or so by the time this game ends, if you're, like, just, you know, playing along, like, battling gym leaders or whatever and not trying to overlevel. But, and then you go to the Elite Four and they're like level 50s and you're like 10 levels behind, and Rayquaza, which is the legendary of this game, is level 70, so you can just pretty much just wipe the Elite Four. Alright, this is getting just tiresome. I'm pretty sure the Pokemon I'm looking for is in here, but I mean, whatever. I'm actually just gonna, you know what, we'll just go through the woods afterwards and see if we can find them, and if we can't, well then we'll just spend another, oh damn it, I went the wrong way. Actually, this is the right way, but I wanted to pick up some items on the other side. That's why I went there in the first place. Hopefully this is the Pokemon he just wanted us to leave and then come back. Yes, it is! This is the Pokemon we're looking for. Shroomish, which is the grass-type Pokemon. I think it's a grass poison. No, I think it might just be grass. But it is a great grass type. You get it pretty early on, and those absorb right away, so that means it has a stab grass type move, which is pretty decent at this level, especially when you're using super effectiveness. And it evolves into a Breloom grass fighting type, which is a type, like, not very well seen, like, I think. It's because duo types weren't really introduced until, like, last gen, anyway. But yeah, it's a really good Pokemon, and I decided to use it because I wanted a fighting type, and I also needed the grass type, so why not kill two birds with one stone? So Shroomish was cut. His data loves to eat damp, compensated soil, so I'm actually gonna name this guy, I'm gonna name it Rocky, the Italian Stallion, because he becomes a fighting type. I mean, it would have been better if it was a rock fighting type, but I mean, whatever, like, you know. His name will be Rocky because he's got those uppercuts and those jabs and those punches. And if I find another one, I swear to fucking Christ, I'm gonna like blow this one up. Alright, cool, it's just his tail. So I'm actually gonna go heal up now so I can actually take this on with my lower levels so they can get some experience during this thing, because like I don't want because Damp is already level 12, so I'm actually probably going to put Swallow up front to get most of the experience, because this is a Petalburg Woods is mostly insects, grass types, blah, 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 blah. And since he's a flying type, he should be able to take him on pretty well. So here you find another Pokeball if you wanted to, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. So if you run down here, go back to Petalburg City, we can heal up real quick. I'm not sure if I want to go to the mart and pick up more Pokeballs, because I don't plan on catching any other Pokemon until maybe around after the third gym, so this could be pretty good for us. So we don't really need Pokeballs and items and stuff like that. I think we're all set for right now. I didn't really plan on using Slack Off, but I mean, you know, what the heck, I'm gonna use a Slaking, give him Hyper Beam, you know, when I get it, and that should be really well. Like, I think that combo will be really well. If you guys know, like, I'm pretty, like, when I do recordings, I'm usually, like, more upbeat, but I'm actually tired around this time that I'm doing this, so, but I just wanted to do it because, like, I wanted to play Pokemon, but I'm also pretty tired, too, as it is, so, like, I didn't really, like, I didn't know what to do. It was either sleep, but then I was just like, I don't really feel like sleeping, and then, so this commentary is a little lackluster, you know, like, I'm not, like, super, like, lively right now, so it's sent on a Wurmple. Swallow, what up, my Nick? Alright, he's gonna use Peck. You know it's a stab flying type move right off the bat, just like Spearow did. So these bug type Pokemon are gonna be nothing. That's why Swallow's really good at this point in the game, because if you catch one right before you get in here, you can just pretty much just sweep this entire like forest area without any problem. Just using Pecks for days. These bugs have no idea what's hitting them. So Swallow grew to level 6. There we go. About to use Wurmple. Nah, I'm all good. Alright. Gonna use another Peck. Peace out, homie. There we go, 34 more experience. Grew to level 7. And he's about to use Wurmple one more time. So this guy only has Wurmples. It's pretty much just the bug catcher area. Like I said, it's basically like the Viridian Forest in Generation 1. So it's really simple. You just go around pecking things forever. So bug catcher line. I'm actually just gonna pretty much have Swallow out through most of this. And then when I get out of the forest area, I'll probably switch up. I'm actually going to have him kill the Silcoon too, because Silcoons actually gets somewhat pretty decent experience compared to Wurmples themselves, because it is an evolved Pokemon. The good thing about Bug-type Pokemon is they do evolve really early. It's just they're not really strong, but not until Generation 5 do they really receive like a heightened strength. Like great bug types like Venipede, Scolipede, Escavalier, and stuff like that. But I mean, you still have your Pincers, Heracrosses, and stuff like that. Learn Quick Attack, so we can give him the Dippy with a nice Quick Stroke, get a nice heal. Alright, so actually, here's a little moment of the game where a story comes in. So you see this random dude?
Not a one to be found. Hello, have you seen any Pokemon called Shroomish around here? I really love that Pokemon.
I do, I actually caught one.
I was going to ambush you, but you had to dwaddle in Petalburg Woods forever, didn't you? I got sick of waiting, so here I am. You, Devin Researcher, hand over those papers. Bye! You're a Pokemon trainer, are you? You gotta help me, please! Huh? What do you think you're doing? What, you gonna try to protect him? No one who crosses Team Aqua gets any mercy, not even a kid. Come on and battle me.
So here we get the introduction of one of the evil organizations in this game, Team Aqua. If you are playing Pokemon Sapphire version, you will be battling Team Aqua. If you're playing Ruby, you'll be battling Team Magma. But in Emerald, you start off with Aqua and you alternate between Aqua and Magma, and you get like both of the stories based off the things. So he has a level 9 Poochyena, so I'm just going to use Quick Attack, just get that stab, early, power. And the thing is, I think it might have been faster than me, so Quick Attack makes sure that I strike first. And he's going to use Howl, raise his attack stat, which is alright with me, because you're probably going to die to this Quick Attack. And there we go. Swallow's doing some ham stuff. There we go, 105 experience, level 9, there we go. And then we beat Team Aqua Grunt.
You're kidding me, you're tough.
Yes, I know, thank you. Thank you for giving me money, you evil person. Like, you're supposed to be robbing me, but you're just giving me money from beating you. You're stupid.
Great, you got some nerve meddling with Team Aqua. Come on and battle me again. I wish I could say that, but I'm out of Pokemon. And hey, we of Team Aqua also have after something in Rustboro, so I'll let you go to there.
So as you see, we're supposed to go to Rustboro, and apparently there's some bad stuff going on in Rustboro, so we gotta go check that out, because, the world revolves around a 10-year-old kid, apparently.
Whew, that was awfully close. Thanks to you, he didn't rob me of those important papers. I know, I'll give you a Great Ball as a thing. So here you get a Great Ball. Great Ball is just a greater Pokeball for all you guys that know. This is more of a playthrough / walkthrough, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I will skip over some things that I find boring, and then other things I'll explain, because why the hell not? I'm bored. Uh-oh, it's a crisis. I can't be wasting time. Okay, bye. Thanks for the Great Ball, I guess. That guy's not a trainer. So here we got another Shroomish. Yeah, now you want to show up, don't you? It took me forever to fucking find you. And I'm just going to use Peck. And you're... Oh, he's not dead. See? Shroomish is also pretty bulky as it is, too. Like, it can take a hit, which I like, because grass types, I mean, they're somewhat bulky, yeah, but, I mean, some of them are very, very frail, too. But this one, can deal some damage and also take some damage at the same time. So that's why I'm a big fan of Shroomish. So there we go. Actually, I didn't want to battle this guy just yet, but whatever. Yeah, I'm a bug trainer, and I got
this guy actually has 2 Ninkatas, which are bug-type Pokemon. Modeled after the Cicada, which is like a flying thing. This is like the larval state, and then it evolves into the actual Cicada itself. It's a rock bug type, I believe.
Is it a rock bug type or is it I think it might be a ground bug type because rock would be not very effective with flying. Yeah, I think it's a bug ground type because, like, yeah. So it's actually somewhat decent. It evolves at level 20 to Ninjask, which is actually a really fast Pokemon, really decent Pokemon. It doesn't get that much use in this generation because it's not that strong, but in later generations it gets like a big buff because bug type moves actually become stronger, blah, 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 blah. I know I'm talking a lot about some random shit, but I mean, it's Pokemon, you know, I always talk about random shit when it comes to Pokemon, and who knows, maybe I'll just, like, go on about something else. So Swallow's level 10, there we go. I can't be popular if I lose. Yeah, you can't be popular at all because you're a nerd. Alright, so if you go here, you find a hidden Pokeball. Yeah, see, like I told you, I've played this game plenty of times. I know a bunch of the hidden items and stuff like that. If you go over here, you get a nice Ether, which raises the PP of moves that you've used. Go across here, battle another Pokemon, because you can't go 3 feet without fucking battling a Pokemon. It's a Cascoon. He's like, haha, I can evolve into a Dustock and 5 more levels. You're just like, you only know Harden, so whatever, so I'm gonna peck you. Haha, you're not gonna die this time because you're pretty bulky. Actually, you're already dead, because I'm so awesome. Alright, and then Swallow Goose. Alright, so I'm actually gonna switch off Swallow because it's level 10. It's a good. I'm gonna switch him to Rocky. And you know what? I'm gonna put Lazy in front actually, which is gonna be a pain to level up, but I mean, whatever, like, you know, it's how it is. So here, cut trees in this game. Get to another section of the woods, but we don't have cut yet, so we can't actually go there. So over here, some more berries. Oh, this guy gives you the move Bullet Seed, which is actually a really, really bad move. It's really good early on because it does like a little bit of damage, like 2 to 5 times, which is a good like chunk of it. But as you get later on, it just gets worse. It actually got a buff, I think, in Generation 5, like instead of like 10 damage, or it does 20, or is it Gen 4? I'm not really sure about that fact there, but it did get a little buff because it was a pretty weak move as it is. If you go in here, you can actually get the Whalmer Pale from. Is it this girl right here? Blah, blah, blah. That's a nice name. Yes, I would like to know about berries. Here, you plant berries, blah, blah, blah. If you say no, she won't talk to you about this, but then, if you do, she's just like, help plant berries. Oh, she doesn't give you the Whalmer Pale. Is it this girl? I'm trying to be like my big sister. I'm going to... Oh, she just gives you berries. Okay, cool. Okay. Alright, I think it's this one then. Okay, she gives you the Whalmer Pale, which helps you water your berries so they grow faster. You can actually plant berries and stuff like that. And if you want like a certain berry, you can plant them in a certain area. Just come back to it like in a couple hours or whatever. I'm not sure. If you actually go up here, you'll find more wild Pokemon in the fucking grass, even though I'm not running. You find Merrills and stuff like that. This is just a continuation of Route 104. It's just split by the woods. It's basically like, so I'm gonna use Scratch. Does a decent amount of damage, and then alright. I don't see. This is why lazy. Because the thing is, I'm not gonna be able to attack this turn. See, I'm wolfing around. So I'm actually just gonna switch out into Rocky because Meryl is a water type and Rocky is a grass type. So it's using Defense Curl, and since grass type moves are special, like it'll still be able to ignore all that damage. So I'm just gonna use Absorb, hopefully kill it because, you know, it deserves to die. Oh no, it didn't even do anything. Like I said, Absorb isn't that strong. It is a decent move to have this early in the game, but it's not that strong of a move, especially when you're level 6. And there we go. Hopefully it's dead. And it's dead. Thank gosh. There we go. Getting some experience on both of our Pokemon. If you come around back here, you can find some hidden items in these patches of grasses. I like to check them all because I don't remember which ones are which. Because, you know, like, you just want to... But usually when it has, like, blank spots like this, you will find random fucking Pokemon! Ugh. It's a Wurmple. What's up, dude? Yo, lazy. You fucking lazy ass. Scratch him. That does a decent amount. Use Straight Shot to make me slower, even though I'm already, like, not... Actually, surprisingly, Slacking, Slack Off, Vigoroth, they're actually really fast, for being the lazy Pokemon. Like, they have ridiculous speed. It's kind of like Miltank, because Miltank you don't expect to, like, be fast because it's a fat cow. And, like, Slacking's a fat, like, sloth, but for whatever reason, its base stat is ridiculous. Like, its base speed stat is ridiculous. Like, you're just like, and, like, all over the place. You're just like, haha, I'm gonna use, like, a fucking ridiculous move on you. Alright, I wanted to get this episode to Rustboro City, but it's been almost half an hour already. You actually find a super potion in this grass, which is a good item to have. I know there's nothing in that grass. Okay. Yes, made it out. So I want to make it to Rustboro before end this episode, but I'm gonna battle. I think you can battle at least a couple more trainers or whatever. So once I get to Rustboro, I'll battle any trainers that I haven't battled off screen, and then we'll be back in Rustboro. So this is the rich boy, like that rich lady that was on like beforehand. So he has a level 7 Zigzagoon. He actually uses a full restore on the Zigzagoon, like because he has the money to do so. Like if you know what I'm saying. So I'm actually gonna switch to damp because Zigzagoon deals out a pretty decent amount of damage since it does get the stab off the tackle. I don't want to just be taking attacks every now and then because like I do like miss a turn every now and then. So I'm just gonna use Water Gun. Hopefully I can kill it. And it doesn't. Now you're gonna see why. Like, this is the stupidest thing ever. He uses a full restore on a level 7 Pokemon. Like, he's so rich that it doesn't matter. Like, he can use a full restore on a fucking ugh. And then I get a crit. And there you're dead. Ha 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 ha. Laugh at that. It actually gives you a good chunk of change if you look at this. Why couldn't I win? You get 1,400 gold, like Poke Dollars, Poken or whatever the fuck it's called. You get a pretty decent amount, and then you can battle this chick. Blah 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 blah. Okay, we'll battle. Yeah, cool, whatever. Bitch, I don't fucking care. Last, Haley sends out a Lotad. A Lotad, I think we covered this, maybe not. It's a grass water type that was found in earlier routes. It actually is somewhat decent. I like it. I enjoy it. It doesn't learn any good grass type moves in this generation. I think in other generations it does, but like I think the only grass type move it knows is like Absorb, which is really bad. I mean, you can teach it like Giga Drain and stuff like that, but it's not like an astonishingly, like, you have to teach it yourself. It doesn't learn it by nature, which kind of sucks, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. I'm not trying to make these episodes like half an hour, but like these Pokemon, like this game in general, like does take a while for like things to actually happen, like especially if because you run into Pokemon like ridiculously, and most of this game is on water, which kind of sucks because the surfing animation is faster, but surfing still kind of blows, and like underwater stuff is like, yeah, so it's actually a really slow-paced game. Oh, damn it. So, Shroomish has the effects board ability. If you make physical contact with it, you have the chance of either being poisoned, paralyzed, or put to sleep by the spore. But I do have the Guts ability, I believe, which raises my attack if I'm put under a status element, which is really good for like things like this. But yeah, it sucks because you know you take damage over time. So I'm actually gonna use a berry on him to remove the poison because in this generation the Pokemon can die from poison outside of battle. It will take damage over time. Blah blah blah. Alright, so here's another cut tree with an item behind it, blah blah blah. Here is one of the aspects they introduced in the 3rd generation, a thing called double battles, where you battle 2 people at a time with 2 Pokemon at the same time. I think it's more, double battles are more like used in Emerald because in like, you know, Ruby and Sapphire you had double battles, yeah, you had the twins and you had like other double battles, but you actually have the chance of battling 2 random trainers that are not associated with each other if they look at you at the same time, which is kind of, you know, like weirdish because like I mean, like it gives for good experience. I mean, most people don't really like double battles that much because like they take too much time and stuff like that because there's 2 Pokemon, and the thing is if they focus your, like, especially like for Nuzlocke people, like double battles are like the bane of your existence because if they focus one Pokemon you have the chance of like losing your Pokemon like badly because it takes 4 turns like pretty much to like do anything. So yeah, so Lotad is down versus C-Dot. C-Dot is actually I think in Ruby and Sapphire Lotad was for one game and then C-Dot was for another. I couldn't actually tell you because I don't really remember back when I played Sapphire, but yeah. C-Dot's using Bide, which is a really scary move because it like stores the damage that you've done to it and then unleashes it like twice the amount, which is very scary if you don't kill it when it does that. So if you can't kill it with the damage that you have, that just like use like non-offensive moves like Growl, Yawn, and stuff like that. Oh, my Hexbore made it sleep, so Yawn didn't even matter. That's cool. Alright. So hopefully we can kill this thing. We were growled a bunch of times by the Lotad, which kind of sucks, but I mean, we're just whittling it down. Alright, I'm gonna miss another turn. I probably won't even kill. I gotta wait a whole other fucking turn for this thing to die. This video's been going on for half an hour, so. There we go, and it's dead. There we go. Double battles are a good way to share the experience as well. There we go. Rocky's level 7. And I learned Stun Spore. Stun Spore is a move that paralyzes the opponent if it hits, so that's always good. Ugh, I hate knocking my camera away. Well, twins. So, let's head to Rustboro. I'm actually probably going to battle this fisherman off the screen because you can battle him. If you go around there, you pick up an item, and I'll go pick that up off screen. But here we are in Rustboro City. I'm actually just going to heal my Pokemon at the Pokemon Center. And in the next episode, actually, I'm going to probably off-screen trade my Pokemon to level 10 or so. Each because, like, I know you guys don't want to see that, so I'll battle that trainer, pick up the item, and then in the next episode, I think we will actually take on the gym leader. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, another half an hour episode. I don't want to make these things that long, but I want to, like, at least get certain objectives while the game is going. So I hope you guys enjoyed. So without further ado, peace, Buck Greaseman, Peace, touch the boys, grease out.